Hi, everybody, and I want to thank you for being here today. My name is Jennifer. I'm a nutrition and lifestyle coach here at Bandit CrossFit. So I've got a question for you, just to think about over the next couple of minutes. Where would you like to end up this holiday season compared to last holiday season? And then a follow-up question, what do you hope goes better this holiday season than it has in years past? During the holidays, it can be easy to leave your goals and ambitions behind with parties, family gatherings, meals, and treats that only come around once a year. So it's no wonder that so many people tend to backslide in the progress that they've made all year. The average weight gain from October to January is between 2 to 5 pounds of fat. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who gained weight during the holiday season tended to retain that weight year round. And did you know that 79% of the population overlook their health needs during the holidays? They just tend to take a back seat. This 6-week season of life can be navigated to continue your progress and not set you back once we get to the new year. And that's what we're going to talk about today. At Bandit CrossFit, we are partnered with Healthy Steps Nutrition to help support our clients using a framework that's guided, tested, and proven. We believe that something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. But we know that helping you become the healthiest version of yourself isn't just about what you eat or simply going to the gym a couple of hours a week. Have you ever realized that your nutrition choices are altered when you're stressed out or tired? This is why we address a holistic approach that focuses on our food, our stress, or how we manage our stress, our sleep, our mindset, our support system at home, and just the people that are around us, and then just kind of the overall picture of our lifestyle. Healthy Steps Nutrition has helped over 50,000 people all around the world to take control of their health, and we can help you too. All you need is a goal, a willingness to take action, and have a growth mindset. These are some incredible stories, some success stories from Healthy Steps Nutrition. We have our own here in the gym here at Bandit CrossFit, and I'll share some of those towards the end of our talk today. While we know that nutrition is simple, that doesn't mean that it's easy, right? Far from it sometimes. There's a lot of misinformation out there regarding what the best diets are, what the best foods are, what the best exercise programs are. So it's no wonder that we tend to feel overwhelmed and at times just ready to give up. But let's circle back to why we're here today, the holiday season, and what does it look like? The holiday season is a season of life when we tend to gather together with friends and loved ones. We tend to have those gatherings centered around food, drinks, and just celebrating. Navigating your already busy lifestyle, trying to find the perfect gift for everyone on your list, preparing for parties, and maybe even trying to keep it cool with family members who test our patience, much less trying to stay healthy during this time. It can definitely be stressful. The holiday season lasts 5 days out of 365, starting with Halloween in October and ending with New Year's Day in January. So those 5 days are obviously Halloween itself, a day for Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. I really count 6. However, we know that festivities fill in the gaps in between those days, right? Like Christmas isn't just limited to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We have a lot of holiday parties that we have to navigate as well. So today I kind of want to talk about how to avoid derailing your progress, setting some clear intentions, and maintaining some type of routine during this time to set yourself up for success. The holiday food and drinks are more than just calories this time of year. And what is more important is the mental aspect of going into the holidays. Remember that the holidays are a time to enjoy and celebrate. So strive for balance rather than perfection. It's okay to indulge occasionally, but aim to keep those treats in moderation because celebrations are year round with weddings, birthdays, Cinco de Mayo, whatever holidays you like to celebrate. If we give ourselves permission to overindulge every time there's a celebration or it's the weekend, we will struggle with meeting and or maintaining our goals. So this can truly be a time to enjoy, but enjoy it in an intentional way. So let's dive into some top tips for this holiday season. Tip number one is to create a positive mindset to avoid derailing your progress. During the holidays, it can be easy to kind of have an all or nothing mindset. There's a lot of cookie trays, popcorn, gift baskets, your kids' candy. It's no wonder that this time of year can be a barrier for a lot of people. But this time of year is also an opportunity for growth, and having the ability to switch your mindset is key to avoiding that derailing over the holidays. So take some time to think about what this season is all about for you. What do you enjoy about the holidays? Can you take some time and reflect on what gatherings or experiences bring you the most joy? Is it saying what you're thankful for during Thanksgiving, playing card games with your family on Christmas vacation, or shooting off fireworks for New Year's Eve? Maybe trying to find those things that aren't necessarily centered around food. Focusing on enjoying the holidays and finding joy in visiting with your family and friends rather than food and alcohol can be an eye-opening start to your mindset shift. Express gratitude for the opportunities to spend time with loved ones, enjoy festive activities, and celebrate. This time of year, it's about social connection, family, and love. So really try to remain present, enjoy your actions, and be mindful of your choices. This could include starting the day with a mindfulness intention to stay present in the moment and take a few seconds to think about how you want to stay present, to take in the memories that will be made. You can also keep a gratitude journal where you write down things you're thankful for every day. This practice can improve your mood and help you maintain a positive outlook. How will you remain present and have a positive mindset during this holiday season? On to tip number two, set a goal and plan ahead. Not every season of life is a major, not every season of life is a season of major changes, progress, or growth. But this doesn't mean you want to trend backward in your progress, habits, or routines, yet continuing moving forward with the habits and routines you've created. So focusing on maintaining the progress that has been made is a great tip for this time of year. Set a goal for the season and can help you see in what direction you want to go and also give you the motivation to keep going. Make sure you're specific with your goal instead of a vague goal like eat healthier. Specify what that means. For example, limit holiday treats to 2 servings per week, or eat vegetables with every dinner, or include a 30-minute workout at least 3 times a week. Preparing in advance can help you navigate the holiday season smoothly and avoid pitfalls that lead to our backsliding. Be ready for your challenges and barriers. You know yourself best. So, what obstacles have you faced in the past? And trying to make a plan for navigating those this year. When you anticipate the challenges, you can kind of develop some strategies to address them before they actually become a problem. Planning reduces the likelihood of impulsively reacting to situations that might derail your goals. Having a plan also allows you to control your actions and decisions rather than being swayed by the spontaneity of those holiday events. I think that's where most of us get tripped up, and that it's routine, like it's just something that we have always done. And so it's just easy to keep the habit. I love this tip, make the healthy choice the easy choice. So thinking ahead of what can you control. When you go to a gathering, there are obviously always going to be yummy treats and drinks. So going into those events, having a game plan can be super helpful. Before the event even occurs in the planning stages, you can offer to bring a healthier option for a side or a dessert to that next gathering. It's a great way to contribute, but to also know for sure that you have a good option in your back pocket, right? If there's nothing else there. Um, Here are some good holiday recipes that are on our website from Healthy Steps Nutrition. There's a healthier green bean casserole, making sure that you'll have veggies at that gathering. If you want to bring a healthier dessert, there's a mini baked apple crumble that you could make in larger portions for family and friends. And that recipe kind of decreases the sugar and fat that would regularly be in like an apple pie or something. Make sure that you bring your own drink to stay hydrated. Water is a great choice, but if you want to drink alcohol, make sure to bring clear liquor or a lower calorie alcoholic beverage during these times. Mocktails are super popular right now. Um, so if that's something that you are interested in, shoot me a message and I'd be happy to share some healthier mocktail recipes with you. And of course, if you are drinking alcohol, another tip is to always make sure that you drink a glass of water in between each drink to help you stay hydrated and also cut back on the amount of alcohol that you're taking in. You can also lean on your support system to make sure you are able to get movement in as another controllable in your environment. So just really focusing on setting clear goals and planning ahead, you can stay on track to make better choices during the holidays. Third tip is to continue your routines. As humans, we are creatures of habit. Everyone has some routine that they follow throughout the day, even if they think they don't. The Ohio State University surveyed 1,007 people, and out of them, 45% said that they take a break from exercise during the holidays, and more than half report feeling tired and having less time for themselves during the holidays. So sticking to your routines is key, even through the holidays. So here's a couple of very important kind of pillars of health to focus on so that you can keep your routine through all of the festivities and holidays, the celebrations that the holidays bring. Continued movement. So if you're traveling, keeping up with your workout routine as best as you can, even if it's just walking. Sleep, making sure that you're still continuing to get between 6 and 8 hours of sleep every night, trying to go to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. Taking some quiet time to recharge can really help you return to your routines more quickly as well. Movement, sleep, and self-care, all super important pillars of health, right? So this can look like going for a walk as a family after meals, playing football in the backyard. That's a big Thanksgiving tradition for a lot of people. And even inviting family or friends for a quick garage workout, like maybe you gather your neighbors and do a Thanksgiving WOD or a 12 days of Christmas WOD. Wouldn't that be? Your neighbors might hate you. But it's a fun way to take the pressure off while still getting your workout in for the day. Next, getting enough sleep. It can be easy to go to bed late and wake up later during these the vacation days, but it really isn't good for your circadian rhythm or your blood sugar. So try to set a non-negotiable time for your bedtime and try to stay within a reasonable sleep window. Lastly, recharge with some quiet time, reading, stretching, napping, or even meditation. The holidays are a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's 6 weeks long. Or I guess we have about 7 or 8 right now. And if you aren't providing yourself with self-care, it can definitely be very draining, which makes it harder to make healthier choices when we're tired, harder to maintain a positive mindset, and harder to maintain that progress that you've made up until this point in the year. So we definitely want to be mindful of self-care. As we wrap up, here are a few more things to consider. During the holidays, people generally struggle the most with prioritizing eating healthy, exercising, and getting enough sleep. A lot of people just really don't even think about what they're eating during the holidays. They just want to enjoy eating whatever they want. They also say that it takes them weeks to feel less stressed after the holidays. So recovering after the holidays, some people report that it takes up to a month to feel like they're over the holiday season. So just imagine how much better you'll feel if you have created a positive mindset, if you've made the healthy choice the easy choice, and if you've prioritized some parts of your regular routines. It's going to take you a lot less time to get back into the swing of things. So keeping that in mind, revisiting the questions that we talked about in the beginning, what do you hope goes better this holiday season? And then finally, where do you want to be at when you start the new year? A couple of frequently asked questions. What about alcohol? We talked a little bit about it earlier, but alcohol is definitely a big thing around the holiday season. And so, restriction is never their intention, that we like to recommend. It is important to know what to look for and how to manage expectations. According to the 2025 US dietary guidelines, the recommended amount of alcohol to drink per day is 1 drink less for women and adults over 65 years old, and 2 drinks or less per day for men. With this being said, playing it smart with adequate hydration before drinking and eating while drinking and help with increasing alcoholic effects or the effects from alcohol. So we want to stay away from sugary mixed drinks and look for alternative recipes for festive holiday drinks to still enjoy. For example, if a recipe is calling for juice or added sugar, look to squeeze in your own fresh juice or use a zero added sugar beverage, would be a better option. And like I mentioned earlier, remember to drink water in between. How do you practice stress management during the busiest time of the year, right? It almost seems impossible. Um, a lot of people say that their biggest regret after the holiday is that they did not take the time to relax and enjoy the season. Well, I know that holidays can be stressful for various reasons, family, finances, religion, schedules, when you have kids. So it's vital to incorporate stress management techniques since chronic stress contributes to chronic disease. And with week after week of stress, there are compound effects. So design a smart goal for yourself, make it specific, um, like reading, a mindfulness walk or stretching, and then make it measurable. How much time will you be able to spend on stress management and be realistic with that? Make it attainable. How many days per week or how many times per day do you need for this to be in place? And then that word realistic, again, gathering the specific, gathering the thing that you're going to do, the measure of how much time you can spend doing it, and then the attainable, how many days per week or how many times per day do you need to do this? Are all of those things realistic? And then is it time sensitive? How long will you need to continue these actions to keep your stress at bay? I think that is an excellent thing to do now before the holidays actually really get here. So we've unpacked a lot of tips for setting your holiday up for success, but let's shift our focus to kind of our 3 core principles. I don't ever like to get off of a call without talking about these things. For all the time, focusing on whole foods first. When we start choosing whole food options and less processed foods that are packed with sodium, fat, and sugar, we can really begin to improve our health and feel better. A simple way to do this is by reshaping your plate using the plate method. Focusing, if you don't know what the plate method is, it's dividing your plate in half and filling half of your plate with vegetables, and then dividing that other half into half where you've got a quarter plate of protein, and then in the other quarter of a plate, you're putting your starchy carbs. And then secondly, once you've kind of started to eat more whole foods and reshaped your plate, you're focusing on a balance of macronutrients. And when you use the plate method, you are doing that. But also maybe incorporating that method into your snacks where you're making sure that you have protein, carbs, and fat every time you have a snack. That helps you feel fuller longer. And if you're somebody that logs in MyFitnessPal, you can kind of do this by adjusting those numbers to 40% carbohydrates, 30% fat, and 30% protein. If you need more help breaking down macros, I would love to work with you. You could book a power hour or just a free intro and we could get started on that. Thirdly, limiting the amount of processed carbohydrates and sugar that you're consuming. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons or 24 grams per day for women and 9 teaspoons, about 36 grams for men. However, the average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar a year, and that comes out to 46 teaspoons a day. So we are taking in way more than what we need to. And it's not surprising. Sugar is super addictive, and it feels like it's hidden in almost every food package that you pick up at the grocery store, in the aisles and aisles and aisles of what I like to call poison. As we wrap up, I would like for you to take a moment or two to kind of reflect on everything that we went over today. Think about which tip stood out most to you, and maybe what tip you'll be taking with you to work on in other areas of your life. So I'd love for you to share your thoughts. You can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. If you are interested, these are some of, I told y'all I was going to share some stories, but they're not, it's not loaded. That's okay. One free resource that I like to mention on these calls is the Nutrition Made Simple podcast. You can find it anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Just some really great, inspiring stories, and of course, nutrition tips thrown in there. I don't have a lot of space, but I do have a little bit of space that I could add some one-on-one clients. Always available for Power Hours, which is just a 1 hour sit down with me to go over and help you with whatever it is that you need help with in regards to nutrition or just lifestyle habits. You can scan that QR code and that will take you to a link to book a free intro. I can't remember if it's a free intro on the phone or a free intro in person, but anyhow, it'll get you into the system and we can message back and forth on what would work best for you. So I really appreciate your time today, and I hope that you have picked up something that you can take into this holiday season to help you stay on track and make this a better holiday season as far as maintenance and goals, and just overall feeling fulfilled and satisfied at the end of the year going into the new year. Better this year than last year. So I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I will see you next month.